Boys and girls. Today I'm going to do a lesson. I'm going to get rid of that. Today I'm going to do a lesson on simplifying fractions. So our I can statement is in pink up here. If you can see right here, it says I can simplify a fraction or a mixed number to its simplest form. All right, I decided to do a lesson on this today, even though it's not really in our book, because this is something that you are expected to know how to do. Okay, so let's just take a look here really quick at a definition. All right, it says right here, a fraction is in simplest form when the only number that it can be divided evenly into the numerator and the denominator is 1. Okay, so I know that doesn't make sense to you right now, but let me show you through this video today what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's start first of all. We're going to start with a fraction. I'm going to take a simple fraction. Let's take something like 4 over 6, okay, or 4/6. Now, this fraction is not in simplest form right now, because there is a number that I can divide 4 and 6 by, okay, its greatest common factor, to get it down to its simplest form. So if I were to draw a circle, okay, and if that circle had 6 pieces, my denominator tells me how many pieces something should have. So I'm going to cut it in half first of all, and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to get as close as I can. Okay, let's see if this will help. There we go. Now I have 6 pieces. All right, so if I colored in 4 of those pieces, all right, that would be the same as what? Okay, if I had another pizza the same size and I want to cut it down, I want another label for the pieces that you see right here. Okay, that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm still going to make something that's equal or equivalent, but it's going to be in its simplest form. So to do that, if you look over here, really quickly, it says in my steps. So if you want to take notes, here's what we're going to do. We have some steps. We're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number value. In other words, we want to find the greatest common value, or the GCF, which you've learned about in other years. Okay, so to do this, we're going to go as simply as this. We're going to divide 4/6 by the greatest common factor. Now, I'm not going to go into a lesson on greatest common factor right now. I'm just going to give it to you. The greatest factor between 4 and 6, okay, make my divide sign here, is going to be 2. Okay, I can divide 6 by 2 and I can divide 4 by 2. This number has to be the same for the top and the bottom to find simplest form. Now, if I use the greatest common factor, then I will be able to find simplest form. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That means that 4/6 is the exact same thing as 2/3. Okay, so if I take and cut this in 2/3, all right, you'll see that it takes up about the same amount of space as what I had over here. It does take up the same amount of space. All right, so that was one example. Let me do one that has a mixed number to it, okay? Just because we can even, if a number is a mixed number also, you can still find the simplest value or the simplest form. We use simplest form in many different times when we're dividing, when we're multiplying fractions, and so forth. When you're adding and subtracting, you want to find simplest form. Can't talk and work at the same time. Okay. So let's take another one. Let's take 2 and let's say 4, I don't know, make something up, like 4/12. Okay. Just make it easy. So if I want to do simplest form, I'm not going to mess with this whole number at all. Don't even think about it. It's just the fraction part that we're going to simplify. So what is the greatest common factor between 4 and 12? Well, it's going to be 4, okay? Get this to work. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 4. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, so I can rewrite this now as 2 and 1/3. 2 and 1/3 is equal or is the same as 2 and 4/12. Okay, These two fractions right here, they are equal or equivalent. Okay? They are equal or equivalent. All right, so today I wanted to go back over simplest form with you. I wanted to make sure that you understand that either, whether you have a fraction or a mixed number that has a number and a fraction, you can divide it down to find its simplest form by using the greatest common factor, okay? The GCF. All right, boys and girls, happy math.